Alright, I think I'm live. I managed to crash OBS because apparently trying to start a stream when auto start is disabled doesn't work because reasons. But we got over that hurdle and now let's go climb a mountain. I've played this on basically every platform it's come out on. I have it for PC on Steam and the Epic Store. One of the first games I played on PS3. Got it immediately when it came out for PS4. I will buy it anytime it comes out and relish the opportunity to play it again because it's always, I mean, it's a perfectly linear game. It's, you know, there's not a lot of variation in gameplay, but it's something special and different every time. It's all about the metagame. Wiggle the stick around. Oh, dude, you gotta get perfect because it's about your journey, and so, you know, you gotta really make yourself. Make your ideal self. But, I'll say I go ahead and took care of that off stream. You know. In the end, isn't the journey character creation? We are always becoming. So, final answer. Alright. Just everything about this still feels so fresh. I mean, you can tell a little bit from the visuals that it's not immediately new, but it still feels like, you know, it could come out today and be just as special. There's no real age to it. Actually, let me check and see. I guess that just pauses. There's no, options. Everything looks... I think I can turn this up. Alright. I don't think that'll impact FPS at all. Again, you know, it came out in 2012 for the first time. Wow. Yeah, that's a fair state. They've just enabled all of the possible control options, dude. Wow. Little flying ribbon bros just like to recharge my jump. Oh, yeah. I don't need to hear that. It's okay. At least Skyrim is older. Skyrim actually almost caused me to not get a degree, and it's aged horribly. It came out a month before I graduated, and I played way too much of it right away. Wow, hello. Yeah, I got this at actually, I got this not that long after graduation. I guess it must have come out in early 2012 because for my first paycheck, like, I treated myself and bought a PlayStation 3, Demon's Souls and Dark Souls, and I bought Journey on the PlayStation Store. And, you know, the Souls game's obviously still around. People still play the shit out of them. This is just a different beast. Right. And I think this is a better example of, it's obviously hard to directly compare, but of that sort of sparse storytelling. I don't know if this is something that changes when, so there's little symbols there in the sort of where my head is on all of them. It's sort of like your personal identifier. Okay, that makes sense. That's probably about when I got it. Maybe I didn't get it immediately because I feel like I got my. I can go check the Newegg order. See when I got a PlayStation. But it got really hyped up. Yeah. It got really hyped up when it first came out. I'm clearly not doing speed strats right now. And it's like, well, what's the deal here? Because back then especially, you know, walking simulator, if it's a term anyone would have used, would have been exclusively derogatory. You're like, oh, it's a game. You don't even fucking do anything. Whereas, you know, once you play this, what does this indicate? Oh, I got an interesting symbol this time. I'm pretty sure they're randomly assigned, but it just sort of, I assume this is based on your progress in the game. But, yeah, I just got 2 staircases to the right and 2 staircases to the left. Come on, bros. It's funny, too. I've seen, you know, over the years, a decent number of streams and videos of people experiencing it for the first time because even though, like I said, it was hyped up, it's not like everyone was, you know, playing it. It's not like Grand Theft Auto where, you know, if you played video games, you were at least pretty aware of it. Because you know, until the last. Did that extend my scarf? I can't remember. Until it came out on the Epic Store just a year or 2 ago, maybe it was more than that. It wasn't on PC, and then, you know, once it gets released, yeah, people didn't have the means to play it, even though the PlayStation was huge. And then it came out on PS4 pretty much right away, but everyone's like, oh, it's an old game. And also, there's not going to be a huge number of people who had PS4s that didn't have 3s. I still have trouble sometimes coming to terms with people aren't aware as adults of games that came out 10 years ago. Because, maybe there are people who are adults now that were not born when Halo came out. And every time I'm reminded of that, it blows my mind. Alright, so we got birds flying, plants growing. I guess that's supposed to indicate us. It's got sort of the robes. We're intently bowing over. So it actually... Yeah. Exactly. Only 15 years. That's nothing, dude. Yeah, even though I'd played this for years, I did not know until relatively recently, and I think it's because I'd, uninstall, reinstall, play it on different platforms. I didn't know that this is like a level select area. Once you have completed one journey, when you come back, you can use this to just go to different parts of the game instead of playing the entire thing, the normal original route, I guess. You can do a more selective New Game Plus, I guess. So what they're saying is this is basically like Ash Twin or Ember Twin. Clearly. I haven't really stopped thinking about Outer Wilds since I just finished that. Another one that... And I guess that's actually a decent example of my point. Everyone was talking about Outer Wilds. I kept hearing about it. And I didn't bother to play it until just now. We're in full collectathon mode now. I think that... Yeah, those... I was looking at the achievement list before I started to see what all I had... Because I haven't, again, done this on Steam before. I played it on Epic Store most recently. Seeing all the things that I had yet to unlock. But those things that I picked up, apparently those are the ancient runes or whatever. That is their preferred terminology. I wonder if I'll get a buddy. Alright, so we just expanded the first ribbon bridge. But I know definitely from the start... You got a bear claw here? Is that it? A little bit of pastry. Because obviously this is so low-key. It's not like, this is not a sweaty game. I was very much in the mood to explore and find everything I could here. It actually didn't occur to me that that you could not 100% it, basically, that there was optional objectives, which, I mean, it makes sense if, especially if the game is supposed to be sort of your personal journey. But I know that everything I'm aware of, everything I can find, I'm going for. I'm milking this for what it's worth. We already have a pretty decently long scarf here. No! Alright, I'm gonna, backseat the walking simulator, because we gotta min-max the experience. I guess there's no real min-maxing, but we gotta maximize the experience. I don't know that I remembered this. Just a little bit of ancient city in the desert. The heck of a sand waterfall. Anything I can do in here? No. Mostly just serves to vibrate your controller. Oof. Hello? Is that a... Oh, that was just the wind. No sandworms here. Oh, not quite. I get excited whenever I get the fully charged ribbon. I just want to fly everywhere. Must have been the rats. I love the surfing, or the sort of just gliding you do along. I call it surfing in my mind, not because of any attachment to, real life surfing, but it makes me think of sand surfing in Starbound, which is... Oh, I gotta get that rune. Charge me up, bro. Don't hate just because you can't talk to tapestries and have exciting and fly. Oh, extra cosmetic items? Well, we'll see. That's part of the emergent gameplay. I got a gotcha for the cosmetics. We'll be opening loot boxes later. It's actually kind of, so the people that made this, that game company, they mostly make these, non-traditional, I guess you could call it an art game. If this had become a genre, I guess, that took off, it's kind of terrifying to think of the directions people would have taken it. know, seeing what's popular now, especially. Right. It's interesting that no one else has shown up in this, because, you know, commonly when you play, people will, you know, another similarity to the Souls games, I guess, is it's not necessarily asymmetric, but it's you know, a non-traditional multiplayer that just sort of organically happens. What is this detail? Is that just a rendering goof? Or is that... Oh, that's where the rune was. But normally, you know, once you get past the opening area and you get into here, you start the meat of the journey, then other players show up. And so that's part of what's cool about this symbol. Like, you know, my staircases and whatever else other people get. They're sort of your unique identifier. And so you can actually know pretty definitively if you stick with the same person for a long portion of your journey. And there's an achievement for finishing, you know, the whole thing with the same guy. It was really cool. I guess this is just doing what, right? Got a white robe here. 6 foot, 5'11". I'm a little robelet over here. Alright, so hop on the train, light up the towers. I didn't realize the first time we looked at that, that the, there was a little sort of icon, a cloud of red dots that's, oh yeah, of course that's the little clusters of the small ribbons flying around. And I guess you pick up on the iconography. The game tells you what to do, it just doesn't use words to do it. Not that it's hard to figure out. It's also really cool, you know, that obviously there's no immediate functional purpose for it, but the sort of speech, the noises you can make, aside from just, you know, lighting up the ribbons and awakening them to their purpose or whatever. That I don't know that there needs to be an explicit reason why or what it's called, but people use that to talk. You know, you just sort of beep boop at each other. And it's not just like, har har, I've got a noisemaker, I'm gonna beep at you. Pretty cool. And you know, the fact that you don't have words is how you don't end up with issues like try finger but hole. try jumping. Alright. Oh. We got a bro. Oh yeah, and you can actually, so like, if I do this, it not only calls him to, you know, it calls our, I don't even know what to call them. They're not quite jellyfish because they're actually swimming, you know, upright or not. Little roby animals. But we can recharge each other's ribbons that way. Gotta free them all. These sort of like stone. They look, you know, partially like buildings and partially like. Oh, he's carrying. I'm getting hard carried here. Yeah, it indicates on the screen where the other guy is just by a little bit of glow. Very, very sort of gentle suggestions. All right. It's a whole different experience when you got someone with you. Oops. Oh, and it looks like, yeah, just being close to another person. Helps light up your robe. And I think after you've completed a certain... Oh! We got stuff shooting out of the... Oh. Gotta get that, ancient rune. You know, it's nice to hear that. But yeah, it's cool. It's a game that's easy to get sappy about, just because of the way it works and sort of gently encourages you to play in a social manner and really to play instead of necessarily rush, you know, even though I've got another guy here. This stage is clearly a metaphor for the challenges we can face in our lives. This one is Industrial capitalism. See, we have to rely on each other too. There we go. Just a little bit of help from others. And then, you know, just bros helping bros. Hello. It's interesting how, like, you know, your perspective on this can change if you have or haven't played it before, or how long it's been since you've played it, and obviously everything that's happened in between, you know. Video games do be art. Was that? I haven't quite memorized this guy's icon yet. More white robe helping us out, I guess, sort of telling us how things go. Alright, we got more climbing to do. Gonna get windy. Yeah, they make sounds like birds. I think honestly the way they sort of get chatty, especially in groups, sort of suggests the idea to the player. Yeah. Oh, I love this part. They just took the sand surfing mechanic and we're like, why don't we just let you do a whole boatload of it? I'm gonna try to go through as many arches as I can. I think there's... Oh. No! I missed the rune there. No, that's a reset. This is just a practice run. I suppose in essence you could consider the section a auto-scroller of sorts. Oh. Alright, let's try to fly this together. I want to get up to... Come on, bro. You're too high up. You gotta... Come on. Oh my god. Come on, buddy. It takes... Alright, so I got it. Let's help our bro get it. Oh. You get it? I think so. Yep. We made it. I think there's an easier way to get it. But it feels good to sort of teamwork your way through as well. I don't know that there was anything else to discover here. Right. Ah, we got more secret areas. All right. Oh, I think it's possible to fly over that arch. Not that it's particularly meaningful, but I think you can do it. Oh, let's get through all the arches. MLG, MLG. And then get these three. Let's go. We got this. Arch. Sounded like there was wings flapping. Oh, I definitely got some sort of Steam achievement there. What a gorgeous orange game. It really is scenic as hell and just absolutely stunning to look at. Just the direction and the focus here are... There's some over here? No. Let's go. More auto-scroller. I guess you could... It's not unfair to call it that. And the music, too. Down into the ruins of the city. It's funny, you don't really question at any point like what was this before. We're just passing through. We will not get the full picture. And I think if anyone really like went through it and like, well, if we want to reconstruct the lore, all the we have this evidence, that like the theorizing people do to reconstruct everything in, again, FromSoft games being the interestingly persistent comparison point. It would be like it's pointless. That's missing the focus of the game here. It's not that it's wrong necessarily. I don't. All right, we got some spooky stuff going on. Like I don't want to say then, oh, there's a wrong way to play the game. But at the same time, the fact that it is fairly sparse and incomplete is sort of integral to it. Right, we're going in the dark. Loading. Right. Not a lot of sunlight down here. Yeah. Although at the same time, I suppose someone could unironically enjoy it that way. As silly as it is, yeah. You know, I don't want to give a... Far be it for me to stoop to a rootless, no, let people enjoy things. It's like, well, you know, critique is a thing, and it exists because there are valid judgments to be made. I suppose you could say in a way that, you know, if you try to make it about lore or whatever, it's less than about the journey, which, you know, if there's a right or wrong thing to do here. I don't know what the Reddit take on this game is. I feel like it could be anywhere from, you know, loring out to you know, there might be a nice contrarian like, well, actually, if you play the game now, you'll realize that it's the truest walking simulator. There's no mechanics. There's no real difficulty. And I would say that would be a wrong way to play the game. We got... Yeah. Which there's, you know, there's value there too. Death of the author and all. But then there's also, like, you can take that to an extreme that's also wrong. Just because, you know, the concept of death of the author doesn't also mean, well, you can apply any meaning you so choose to this. It's like, no. Again, it's actually more nuanced than that. Which is both a Reddit and anti-Reddit tier take, I suppose. I don't know if... So they fade back out. These sort of kelpie... It was specifically talking about his death, yeah. I gotta look up the personal backstory of all of the developers. I gotta follow them all on Twitter to get the real deep understanding of the original intent. The authorial canon. Did I leave my bro behind? I think he's just chilling, getting around. It's really cool, all the sort of natural inspiration that went into the construction of the world here. Like, this is very clearly seaweed. Oh, here's the jellyfish, guys. I knew there were ones that looked sort of like jellyfish. They don't sting, though. Alright, we got a rune. I'm gonna try to go back and find my buddy. Oh, there he is. Here. quite the scarf at this point. I do think they did try to leave this one, you know, open to more vague interpretation intentionally, you know. I wanted to check what was up there. I want to go down here first. Maybe together we can get up here, see if there's anything. I have to let him come to me. This is me being impatient. It does rate limit you a little bit, and it doesn't seem to be completely consistent. It sort of stays, a bit rhythmic. Hey, here we go. Well, it seemed like he was close. Light me up, bro. Oh, come on. Gotta... It doesn't reach down there. Gonna have to... Why are you running away from... Come on, dog. Yeah. It kicks us down. Oh, there's nothing here. I guess not. Let's move on. Now I'm just thinking of varying degrees of, or that, you know, how works have varying degrees of meaningful interpretability. And this is obviously, like, this is made to be broadly interpreted and experienced, you know, metaphorically and so on. And then there's the... Oh! We'll get back to that. This guy's a metaphor for shut the fuck up. Bunch of spooky boys. Anyway, what I was saying was, you know, not all works have that same interpretability. there's some, you know, like a lot of the... Oh. Canonical high school examples that are... Yeah. Yeah. But it's... And again, some works have more or less of that interpretability. Like, I think... You know... And I fear for what it'll mean for schools in the future. Or now, honestly. Consider how many people are obsessed with Harry Potter, and it's like, nah, the point of those books is very much like, oh boy, magic, cool, right? Cool magic. And you know, maybe a little beyond that, but there's not a whole lot of heady thought happening there, as has been evidenced in the intervening years. You know, I can't imagine that there would be a lot of salient and valuable thought going into it were it written now. And people are varyingly good and bad at being vague or metaphorical like that. There's nothing strictly wrong with, you know, telling a really basic story. Ooh. Oh, hello. That's... I don't know that I knew that you destroyed those. Oh. Oh, did my guy get knocked the fuck down? Oh. Nope. Not today. Not... Oh, come on. That's bullshit. Bro, he's hacking. And now I have a shorter ribbon as a result. I wonder... Obviously not on Steam, because I think when you play a bunch of times, you get a... or when you play more than once, I think, you get a white robe. I can't remember what exactly is the condition for you getting a white robe. But I wonder how many people, still to this day, like what the rate of people experiencing it for the first time is. We got a rune, baby. Give me the long ribbon. But yeah, the strat for getting around the spooky guys is just... And here, hang to the sides. I think there's no way to not get spotted here. This is another metaphor for capitalism. But I feel like he's also... which is not to say that he wasn't deadly serious about that with the old man in the sea. But people can write stories like that and say things like that while also actually be, you know, inserting symbolism, you know. Alright, so a bunch of dead rope bros. But I think the first few times I looked at these, I didn't think too much about what the actual symbols indicated or meant. People fall on their journey. All right. Or maybe this is the, maybe that's the icon for, like, the past people. I don't know. Were the people that lived here the same as me? What would that be a metaphor for if they were? I know the first time I did a run where I got really close to finishing... Yeah, honestly. I got really close to finishing with... Charge me up, dog. Without getting hit, you know, by one of the shark bros and got hit like right at the end, or some otherwise had my ribbon shortened. And I'm outside of range, dog. Because there's an achievement for getting to the end without ever having your ribbon shortened. And not even as an achievement hunting thing, it's like, oh, that's like a... Well, that is a worthy achievement, not in terms of game achievement, but in terms of like generically like, oh, that's something you would want to do. Makes a lot of sense. Wow. We lighten it up here. And now we're in like this foggy... You know, totally recharges the ribbon. Right. Do we... Anything here? I'm sure there has been all manner of plans to monetize and incentivize achievements for that. You just gotta make a, like, your free-to-play game where it's like, oh, you get an achievement for watching ads. You get in-game currency. Well, actually, in-game currency for watching ads is already a real thing, because nothing is sacred. And if you can commoditize art, then people will go for it. Have I already looked at this? Yeah. Music in the atmosphere is so nice. Alright. I don't actually know where my buddy is. He's somewhere around here. He's somewhere down below. I'm guessing he's probably not, he's not been on as many journeys as I have. Which is clearly a metaphor. Yeah, achievements for nothing already exist, but that's different. That's and that can be more valid. I mean, the canonical example. No apologies to anyone who might be spoiled by this in an older game, but there's a boss fight in Metal Gear Solid 3, I think, where you fight a guy who is a very old sniper, and there's actually an achievement where, like, if you leave the game on for a week or something without playing, but just like in the fight, the boss literally dies of old age and you don't have to fight him. And it's completely a meme. It's completely a sort of jokey thing. But it is very, that's very much a real achievement. and honestly, that's a lot more valid and interesting a use of something from a game designer perspective than something that's just trying to squeeze money out of you. Ridiculous though it may be. Right. Oh, that was us going across the ribbon bridge. I hope I at least stick with this guy till the end. Till the end of this journey, that is. There are journeys to come. Somehow from the beginning, they weren't just, I think when they were first introduced, it was just like, oh, cool. Flex to your friends. And, in a way, I guess it may encourage people to play more games because you can be like, oh, you have more achievements. In the same way that, like, on Steam, you have your Steam level. It's like, there's no real benefit or reason to care about your Steam level, but people do. It's sort of a community thing, I guess. And like every time there's a Steam summer sale, they do the mini games, which are, they end up actually making money on. Now we can just fly freely around here because it's all lit up. Nah, dude, KD ratio has always mattered. It's explicitly, literally how good you are. And that, to be fair, traces back to the first online multiplayer games. It's the old performance metric. Now, obviously in GTA Online, it's a little different. Because it's not just a deathmatch. But there's a bit of history to that one. Alright, so that's us going down into the city. It's funny, I always thought of like the flying stone guys as sort of like sharks. I mean, they're clearly a predator of some sort. We're getting close to the mountain. We got some struggles ahead. Are you ready? Yeah, buddy. He said it. Bit brisk up here. Time to climb, get up to that wall. Get a move on, brother. Wake them all up. I guess everything freezes back pretty quickly here. Oh, what's this going on up ahead? I've been there, man. It sucks. I remember the first time seeing that, it was like, oh man, we got more. I mean, the first time going through the underground area where they show up, I remember it was terrifying. I don't know. Nobody beat booped warm at me, so I don't buy it. I don't put stock in it. You see that? You see that robe? And his ribbon? Dude. Your ribbon's shriveling. That's a clear indication that it's cold. The sort of, Ooh. Oh, that's right. It literally showed us the wind blowing. Get here before the wind gets severe again. Alright, let's go up a little more. I'll give him an opportunity to catch up. Come on, bud. Oh, nope, come on back. Alright. We can make it 2 each time. I know this for pretty conclusively. Oh, I guess we can make it 1. I think you can make it 2 in the earlier stages, because I mean I did before. But it looks like we're about to enter a little ravine. Or maybe that one specific one was just long. There we go. Did he make it? Did he get pushed? The way the snow flows is interesting. It's similar to the sand in that it's more fluid than normal, you know, than what you actually see, but I think that serves the aesthetic pretty well. Hey, we got a bud. I hope nothing bad happens to our guy up here. You know? Warm the doggy. Yes. Hello? He patrolling? He's hating? Oh, don't want to fall off the edge there. Even now that we're not in a wind section, the breeze is pretty stiff, so we don't really... Flying is not really the move here. Alright. I don't know why I went down here. I keep on expecting the wind to come back and blow us back or off the mountain or something. I remember this area. Alright. Come on, bud. Alright. Let's get a move on. Come on, bud. I guess he did want to see it. I seen it. Gotta go. We gotta press on. Can't stay in your comfy spot forever. Yeah, and it refreezes soon after we leave it. It's tough out here. This is a metaphor for industrial capitalism, again. Ooh. Oh. All right. I mean, something and its consequences have clearly been a disaster for this race of people. If we just look around us. Doesn't take a genius. Don't come at me, bro. Don't tase me, bro. Oof. Wind is getting pretty brutal. They do a lot with the force feedback on the controller that obviously doesn't come across just watching. Oh, let's stay out of the way. All right. Here's a safe point. Having both the wind and the guys to worry about here is... I'd hardly say stressful, because I wouldn't, you know, the game is not... It's more tense. They sort of up the tension pretty effectively by just sort of combining the challenges you tend to see. Alright, let's hide back here. Oh, come on, bro. Oh no, he got hit. We're gonna make it. We made it this far. All right, let's get going. I think we got some mutual trust going on here. I wonder if he's got the idea that I have played before. It's an interesting consideration. No. Oh, come on. I'm throwing. I'm inting here. No, help me out, bro. Gotta stay together, stay warm. Alright. Maybe see you warm up a little bit here. You can sort of feel, you know, whether it's shivering or whatever through the controller pretty, it's hard to express how immersive this really does get. Clearly this guy, the sort of skeleton we're going through, ate more than his fill. And this was presumably at one point like the other underwater area that we were in. I say underwater, but you know, pseudo aquatic. Okay, I saved him by taking the hit. Wonderful soundtrack here. Really, again, obviously everywhere. Oh. Okay, let's move. No, I goofed. No, no. Oh, I thought I could get behind that rock, and that's what I would need to do. Okay, I thought you could get ahead to sort of safe points. Come on. Oh, you got like a skeleton of one down there. Okay, we gotta get up there and get to a safe spot. Oh, it's coming out of these doors. Yeah, the cold definitely reduces the scarf. Oh no! He went down. I guess I go down with him. I think there's a way to avoid it. But yeah, the cold is definitely, it reduces your power here. I don't think it makes your scarf shorter necessarily if you don't get hit. But it means that like they shrivel quicker, you lose your power. I think he got hit by something else. Okay, maybe the wind. Well, the wind there clearly did it because now we have no scarf. We're so close. The peak looms. Come on, bud. We got it. Stay talkative, bro. Mountain weather, man. Everything's getting quiet and white. You gotta keep walking, bro. Talking. Keep talking, dog. You can just barely see the notes coming out of my... When we can't see the top anymore, even. Just the storm. No! What was that? Did I fall twice or something? Rip, end of game. It's about life, and at the very end you die. But what if? White robe bros. Help me. Whoa, 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 whoa. First of all, their robes have 2 points. Oh, man. Right? I'm gonna message redact you. Put you on a timeout. I got a long ass scarf here. And also, like, you know, I guess you could call it your volume or just your the power of your beep boop speech is much higher at this point. Go through all the torii gates. Oh. Oh. In a way, sort of a throwback to prior parts of the game here. Because, you know, we did the bridges, bit of sand surfing, except now on a sick powder day. And abundant resources. Bunch of climbing. This is like the aquatic section. Well, like if everything goes right. Yep. Where's my buddy? I hope I didn't run off on him. There's our buddy. Hey, bro. Completing your journey. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool, you know, kept intentionally vague influences here. But definitely Japanese with the torii gates, and a lot of the architecture is very Middle Eastern in appearance. Made it, bro. I'm glad we seem to have made it together with the same guy. Now he understands. I wonder if all of these symbols are that of, or if they're just randomly generated, or if that of players that have finished the game. I mean, I'm sure people have finished the game under those symbols as many playthroughs as there have been. But it'd be cool if they were recent. Kind of like the end of Nier Automata with all of the character messages. You get I mean, you get them if you play it offline as well, I'm pretty sure. But you'll get like actual player messages that are built through a menu, sort of like the Souls games, where you build them from a template. It's not just free text. But it's just one of many incredibly special things about the ending of Nier Automata there. This end is pretty great too. This is another one of the things, like, I played it I don't know how many times. And getting to the top here and getting to the end is still... It hits. Oh, we saw that before. What could that be? Going back down the mountain. Bit of controller vibration there. Almost back to the beginning. More journeyers, people at different points in their way up the mountain. Oh, where could we be? See an exopoc. Oh, so we did have multiple. We lost a couple. Very cool. Well, thanks to these people. That might have been some of what you saw with, And I should have paid closer attention to the symbols, because Mari at least has a quite different symbol. So yeah, might as well just look around the beginning again. So yeah, what shot out of the top of the mountain at the end was you to start a new journey. Which is, you know, again, something simple, but like, all of the details here serve the game so well. I think I'll get myself to the start area. I kind of wonder then, though, among the people that I did run into, if, you know, how many of them was it the first journey for? Ooh. Maybe I'll... I mean, I'm not going to play the full thing again right now. Is that not, I'm powerless at the moment. You realize how far you came from the beginning. Not just distance-wise, as it shows in the credits, but in terms of what you can do here. We're just... I mean, it is very purely a walking simulator. And obviously, in the end, your only abilities are traversal and a little bit of communication, indirectly speaking. So maybe I forget what you get the white robe for. I know it's possible to get the white robe. I have not had one myself. Maybe I play again at some point. A few more times to get that. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, of course I ran into multiple people because we had someone with us at the start here for a little while, or rather somewhere early on in the desert, I think. Or maybe I'm just thinking of when we first had a companion after the start. I'm gonna verify for myself my understanding and my suspicion about the area we're going into. And also it makes sense if you don't end up getting a companion if right now. So it looks like, I don't know if this is supposed to indicate anything specific to me, but clearly those are fallen you know, white robes of some sort. I think it's just, you know, like, these are gravestones or something like that. So then we got like a step pyramid up top and two J's. I've been weaving out. I almost called it a backwards sheet, but you know, J is kind of that. There's an English letter that actually works here. Yeah, so I've got a lot more of these. And I think this is probably ancient runes you find. That's my guess here. There's actually a good number that I didn't come across of whatever this is. I'm gonna grab... Well, I'm gonna climb to the top here. Can I let this guy out? Alright, man. I'm not gonna stream too much longer, but glad you could join me. Highly recommend playing for yourself at some point. It really is, you know, a wonderful and unique gaming experience. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is very much a level selection kind of area. And that'll send you to the snowy area of the mountain. Very cool. Probably should have grabbed that rune there. I'm sure there is, but I wonder if there's any, or I'm sure there are people who do, you know, low rune kind of runs. I almost said I don't know the motivation to do so, but not like that matters a whole ton, you know? Shockingly, I don't understand everyone's journey. I'll be the first to admit it. Okay, yeah, that was, that rune I grabbed there was one that I did not grab before. Because it filled out one of these. 1, 2, 3... 8 that I have not gotten. And I remember seeing explicitly one on like the sand sliding segment, and I'm sure there's more of those. Alright. Well, I'll end it here. That was Journey. Just incredible game. Really hard to hard to oversell it. I mean, it's, again, it is straight up a walking simulator. You see at the very beginning what the end is. There's not a lot of you know, I suppose there are things about it that could be surprising, but there's not like plot twists or anything that happen. You know, from the beginning to the end, you know your purpose is to get to the top. And you just sort of, you know, traverse the different environments to get there. And, yeah. So until next time, maybe I'll play this again at some point. I don't know if I'll stream it again or not. Probably not terribly soon. I'll find something else to play, whether a one-shot or another longer title to get involved in soon enough, and find some time over the week to stream it. Today I got more notice by putting up a waiting room and deciding 2 hours before to stream because the evening was free. So one of these days maybe I'll plan ahead a little more. We'll see. Later.